it's going to check a few settings to make sure everything's actually working. First and foremost, are we getting sound? Looks like we're getting sound. Are we getting video? I hear sound. Excellent. Oh, hey, Andre, I hear. I can't see any. Is there any video though? I can't. Looking at my Twitch stream, I can't see the videos working. Okay, all right. I'll take it for granted. Maybe you can't watch yourself. So if you're seeing it, okay. Cool. Well, good. I can see video on one of my screens, but streaming's fairly new to me. Vintage cube, face and motor. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All we need. And yes. Cool. Well, I think this is vintage cubes up for the first day today. They've made a few changes to it, although it doesn't look. Hey, two gouges. I don't know your username, but you know me, so. Yeah, it looks, from what I can see about the cube changes, mono red is still not really a thing. They've really nerfed mono red in the last vintage cube. There's no real reason to be mono red anymore. You can just be red something. Oh, hey Val. Yeah, I played maybe 30 drafts or something last time vintage cube was up. I don't think I was ever mono red. They took Eidolon out, and honestly, like all of the good red cards, they noticed a single pip, like Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Laelia, just don't need to be mono red. The mana fixing's so good too. So that was my takeaway from the last vintage cube. And then the kind of the LSV style of lands that tap for multiple mana are busted again. There was a period where they were busted and then they kind of went out of favor, Clarion Academy and what have you. And now they're back. Now they're back with a vengeance. Also draw sevens. Draw sevens are back with a vengeance. Don't think anything's going to replace Oko though from this pack. What are some fun ones? I've been somewhat impressed by Atalia. My friend Alex was actually talking about Atalia as a really good reanimation target or a sneak attack target. I was kind of downplaying it because, I don't know, in my mind, like the premium reanimation. Life from the Loam was cut from the cube, exactly. I played a fair amount of bad land decks that kind of revolved around Life from the Loam in the last iteration. And I had some games where it actually just won me the game because my opponent was on like a strip mine plan and I was on the Life from the Loam plan. Oko is very nice. I don't know what I'm hoping to wheel from this pack. Honestly, anything. Any random artifact would be fine. What do we go into? Okay, so we've got another Planeswalker in Nissa. Urza. I've gone down on Urza a little bit. I think it's very cool. I do like Urza. Just requires a bit more setup. Nice with Oko, obviously. You make a bunch of... Actually, is it nice with Oko? I mean, you make a bunch of artifacts. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'm going up more on Atalia that you do get 2 spells off it. So, like, you always get up in some form of card advantage. Green is pretty underdrafted in the cube. Yeah, I think I'm trying to choosing between Nissa and Urza here. I could see... Yeah, I think it's Nissa and Urza. I think Nissa might be really good because, like, the best thing you can do with Oko is play it on turn... Yeah. I think the best thing you can do with Oko is play it on turn 2, which really incentivizes mana dorks. And if you want mana dorks, then, Nissa's pretty good. Well... Wow. Yeah, okay. 3 great cards here. Mana Drain, Swords, Pest Infestation. My mana's looking a bit dicey, but Mana Drain is redonkulous. So I guess I'll take it. There's a very small chance that sometimes people don't realize that Pest Infestation is busted and we might wheel it. Yeah, no, those 3 cards super strong. I'd be super happy to first pick any of those cards. Be really interesting if Oko was in the pack with these 3 cards. That pack 1, pick 1. What do you do? Probably still Oko, but oh, this is a cool little addition. Yavimaya. Honestly, not even terrible here. Like our mana needs some work. We've got Nissa. We've got double green, double blue. Yeah. I think all of those cards were defensible. Pest Infestation was like, yeah, definitely easy to go with this. I think if I had like a Gaia's Cradle or something, I'd probably take Pest Infestation. You like True Names Nemesis? I'm kind of down on True Names Nemesis. It's like really fair. I feel like the amount of mana that you pay for True Name Nemesis is fair. Like you pay 3, you get 3 power. They can't interact with it, but like, I know. I feel like you pay 3 mana, you get Oko. It's like what? You gain like 10 life and invalidate everything. I think I want to try out this Yavimaya actually. Seems cute with the Nissa. Means I can build like more of a blue base here. All right, this pack is like completely different direction. There's marginal crop rotation for like trying to get some land stuff going. I could have Urborg and Yavimaya. Haha, my lands are forests and swamps. The blue card is Kappa, which is good, but I didn't really go down that artifact route. I know. There's Everflowing Chalice or Tiger or Through the Breach. Like all of these cards, yeah. I mean, I guess I'm just going to take a land because it's the most likely to make my deck. Maybe I get Minsc and Boo or something. So there's the big spaghetti. Fractured's a lot has fallen somewhat. I guess if I'd taken Through the Breach, then Emrakul was looking nicer here. I mean, if I get Channel, Emrakul's good. And I guess if I get Show and Tell, or I could just take Fractured as like a pretty strong interaction. I think all of the like this is Dreaming, and this is kind of like safer. Yeah, I think I'd probably take Fractured. There's the Dark Depths. Theoretically, if the crop rotation comes back around, there's also some other good cards. Mystic Confluence, very strong. We don't, apart from mana drain, we don't have ways to generate lots of mana. I'm kind of down on Vendilion Click again. It's like in the True Name Nemesis spot of a 3 mana spell that gets you about 3 mana. I think I'm between Mystic, probably Talisman, because I've got some expensive stuff now. Yeah. I was thinking Talisman. I haven't seen a signal that green is open yet, which is somewhat dubious. I mean, I'll still play. Like, I want more. I want the elves, right? Where are the elves? Ooh, okay, well, a breeding pool is nice. Yeah, I agree. The on Talisman was certainly a consideration. In my vision for this deck, I've got like my mana ramp and fixing is 1-drop elves, which isn't playing out in the draft, but maybe they're not opened, or someone's just going into mono green. Breeding pool's very nice here. Looking to pick up a fetch would be very nice. Nothing else to really take us off plan, so I should put that there. Okay, so this is our opening pack. Okay, well, a couple of the stuff that I would have liked wheeled anyway. There's Ballista, there's Sentinel, and there's Coalition. Well, Sentinel is very far behind, but it's a consideration. So do I want Ballista or Coalition Relic? Relic is nice that it gets us all the color. Yeah, I think I might take Relic here. Yeah, it seems pretty good with all the 5-drops. Going from 3 to 5, fixing. I like the Ballista is interaction in colors that don't normally get onboard interaction. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of it as a mana drain as much as just like, you know, you play against Ragavan, you want to be able to stop it. I like free spells. I don't think I can't see Zero Nog. Maybe Overgrown too. Maybe can't go wrong with Pick and Dual Lens. All right, this seems like a sideboard hearse. Oh, what was the pick for Fast Bond? Oh, the Zero Nog. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. To be fair, Crucible did wheel. I don't think I'm going to miss a Kogla. No, take a speculative Crucible and crop rotation wheeled as well. Was it 1 or 2 packs that Dark Depths was in? I mean, theoretically, it could be exactly last pick. I don't mind Carvu, but I think Manglehorn's just a bit safer. Dark Depths? Ah. All right, so we've got some powerful cards. We're lacking a bit of direction. We didn't really see that green was particularly open. There's a fetch land here, but it's not in our colors. Like green fetches touch everything, so they're the priority. Most powerful cards here. Skullclimb is very powerful, but I don't have many token generators or ways to get it. I mean, Shielded's probably the most powerful card in the pack, but that's a tough call to be able to cast that. Not loving the rest of this. I could just take Miscalc or Git Probe. Trinket Mage doesn't get anything currently. Yeah, I think it's between Miscalc and Git Probe. I think this deck's looking more like a Miscalc deck than a Git Probe deck. Or I could take Arid Mesa on the idea that I am going to be some form of lands and I've got a Crucible. I wouldn't hate that. I think Miscalc's more likely to make my deck. So Mesa makes green. True. Doesn't make blue. And it also only makes 1 green. Yeah, I like the Vista. Also only makes 1 green, so if I ever draw my Tiger and I'm not playing other sources, then I'm pretty sad. Also, being able to repeatedly play a fetch land from your graveyard that can't fetch any of your lands is a bit of a downer. I agree. This is a pretty nice shrapnel. Sorry, a pretty nice Vista here. And then probably get like a Fire Ice from this pack. I don't know. This pack is. I mean, it's got another very strong black card in Necromancy. It's got a combo card in Echo, combo card in Bolus of Citadel. What I now think is a bad. Oh, Raphaelis. Yeah, yes, true. It's entirely possible we will Raphaelis. I'm pretty down on Raphaelis. It's pretty hard to make it work, but I'd play it. As you say, we've got the Yavimaya, so we could do it. There's a Steam Vents. Yeah, not seeing tons. I feel like I just get the sense that green is being pretty cut. I haven't seen any elves, so unless they like just haven't been opened, which is possible. Yeah, right. Yeah, I just don't have the reason yet. I forget a Minsc and Boo, but I've already got the fixing for Minsc and Boo. This pack is a questionable one. I don't think Growth Chamber is particularly good. Yeah, I could just kind of between like Days, Course, or Simic Growth Chamber. And Inti's the most powerful card here. I can't really see how I get Kaldra complete. I'll just take a Counterspell. There's actually good Counterspell now in Remand. Not that Days isn't a good Counterspell, but I like Remand. Most powerful cards. Duretti. Ancient Tomb is somewhat interesting because it does ramp me, and theoretically with Yavimaya, it's also not necessarily a downside. I don't need Remand. I've got enough counter spells. It's a bit painful with Mana Drain. Tomb is a good card. Yeah. I think I'm going to take Tomb. I've got so many expensive spells at the moment. And it's cute with Yavimaya. So if we take Tomb, so now we've got Exploration, Dryad. Yeah, kind of between those. I don't think I'm doing anything with Snap. Kaito's like powerful, but so these cards are pretty similar. Honestly, I think I'm more of an exploration. I think this deck might be more of an exploration deck. Like, I feel like my deck kind of wants to do is like just get ahead on mana and then just counter everything and get ahead on card advantage. And I feel like if I pick exploration, you're down on exploration. I mean, it's like a bad fast bond, a very bad fast bond, obviously. It's true, yeah. Maybe I should have taken the Dryad. I wonder if there was more combos that I had with it I wasn't really thinking of. We have Crucible, exactly. Crucible, I was thinking about that interaction. I mean, maybe all the Mana Dorks are in pack 3 and I should take Craterhoof. Otherwise, I'm taking like another land. Yeah, maybe all the Mana Dorks in pack 3. That's all I can say. Yeah, I think I'm specking on the hoof. I mean, this is a great Mana Dork. Cast Oko, uncounterable Oko on turn 2. I think this the Mana Dorks weren't open in pack 1 and 2. We're just going to get all of them in pack 3. Yeah. Can't cast the Mana Drain, which is still a bit awkward. But yeah, give me. Oh, it's a balance. Yeah, I'm not really a balanced deck. Yeah, fine. I hate passing balance. I hate passing balance, but Garruk does stuff. Canopy is also playable. I don't think I miss it though. I feel like they've got the cycle of or at least they've got quite a few of the sack lands. I think Garruk is actually can pull its own weight enough of the time. So Savannah, yeah, probably just take Savannah actually. I forgot I had Fractured Identity here. I was thinking I could just take Git Probe or Scavenging Ooze, but I've already got the Unlicensed Hearse, so I don't need Graveyard Hate. And the Git Probe is just filler in this deck. It's not a Storm deck. I'm just like, it's never bad, but I think the Savannah, if we get any green fetch, is actually pretty good because then we can play the Fractured Identity. Raphaelos Wheels. So we're generating a lot of mana. It's mainly green mana. Yeah. Look, I think all of the Mana Dorks are going to be in pack 3. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling Noble Hierarch into... Yeah, see, no one's taking the green cards. Okay, so Simic Growth Chamber is a combo with Exploration in the sense that I can cast it and bounce it. But yeah, I just playing 2 lands off the top with Exploration. No, I think the Courser is nice. Having one of those effects that lets you play off the top of your library with Exploration or Fast Bond is pretty nice. Wait, what did you do to my nice layout? Why? I'm gonna have to rearrange it. I like having an Ulamog. Yeah, I was gonna say it for the sideboard, but to be honest, I might actually be able to cast it in this deck. Yeah, right. We got the Dryad. So like all the green is here. The green is here. how likely? See, I just don't see a world where I want Mutavault, even though I've already got a copy. Yeah, I mean, see, green. There you go. All the mana dorks coming up. This is essentially a mana dork, right? Cast Oko on turn 2. Cast Oko on turn 2. See, so my system, if you're wondering, fetch lands, dual lands, other lands, the Mox spot, zero cost spells, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, blah, blah. That's how I like to arrange it. Let's get a good idea of the curve. I mean, I'm sad to be passing a Misty Rainforest. To be honest, I'm sad to be passing a Strip Mine as well, since I have Exploration and Crucible. There are a lot of good cards in this pack for us. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll wheel Green Sun Zenith. Yeah, I think Green Suns is highly likely to wheel. It's kind of the only thing I think I could feasibly wheel. I mean, unfortunately, Strip Mine and Misty are never wheeling because they're lands. Yeah, see, this is where they are. This is where they're at. I would not be shocked to wheel Llanowar Elves from this pack as well. I think green could be open enough that we take birds, we wheel Llanowar Elves. And then the deck's looking pretty good. I'm missing out on Laelia and Grist. Grist could also wheel. Grist could wheel. If Grist wheels and the we just keep an eye on that because we could pick up the Green Sun Zenith and a Grist, because then you can tutor out the Grist, which is kind of cute. I mean, I like an Omnath. I've got an Exploration. I don't have any fetch lands, which is a bit of an annoying thing. Omnath will probably wheel as well. Omnath is the kind of card that often wheels. So maybe I take Sylvan Caryatid here. I've got a little bit of mana. The Bounce Line. Oh, the Bounce Line is 100% wheeling. I have Exploration and Garruk. Oh, with the Bounce Land? Yeah, right. Yeah, I just think I can pick it up for free. I don't think I need to spend a pick on it. Yeah, I mean, Sanctuary is 100% to wheel. I feel like Omnath is like 80%, maybe 75% to wheel, and that would also be pretty good. So I think I'm going to take the Sylvan Caryatid and set myself up for that Omnath. Time Twister. No draw 7s currently, or no draw 7 synergy currently. It is a powerful card. What else would I take from this pack if it wasn't there? I really don't like Arboreal Grazer. A Seeker's Chariot is just like filler 4. There's the Fiery Islet, which is a sack land. There's a Brazen Borrower, which is interaction, and this deck's it doesn't, like, compared to most green decks, it doesn't really need the interaction. I've got Oko, I've got Counter Spells, I've got Fractured. But I think on the balance of all of those, I'm going to take Time Twister. I don't even know if I'm going to play it. Shirokai. Oh. Yeah, again, it's just like a 4-mana. Like, I'll get these if I want them. I don't even know if I'm going to play Time Twister. It's entirely likely it ends up in the board, but wow, it's like the third of this effect that we've seen now. Yavimaya only turns them into forest. The real question is how much Exploration with Twister, that's true. How much can we stretch our mana base, and can it fit a 4th Aeolingus in? And is it better than just Once Upon a Time, which is like a free spell? I mean, I think, yes, the answer is 4th Aeolingus is better than Once Upon a Time. Could I have one more fetch land? I mean, I think I'm still going to take it. Green cards will wheel. By the way, I love Stern Scolding. Such an underrated counterspell, but it's not broken, so it's just good. 4th Aeolingus Let's Go has been called. Still no fetch lands. Oh, yeah, I mean, I saw in the latest stats, I think it says 75% of creatures in the cube are countered by Stern Scolding. It's pretty ridiculous. A 1-mana counter spell that counters 75% of creatures. I mean, yeah. I feel like it's way better. Look, if Displacer Kitten wheels, I could see it being a thing. I think I'm just going to take this Endurance for the sideboard. I know I've already got 1 piece, but having 2 pieces of Graveyard Hate's pretty good. It's also a free spell. Cobra would be a lot better if it had more fetch lands. It's probably just Absence Pilgrim. Not that it helps the mana that much, but it does at least somewhat fix for these. It's a 1-drop. 1 drops are greater than 2 drops. Yeah. No Noble Hierarchs? Good for curve, yeah. Good for curve. Speaking of curve, crop rotation. Well, not speaking of curve. So playing Swamp Forest, but I still don't have any fetches, and I don't think I'm going to see any now, like unless Misty Rainforest literally wheels, which is very unlikely. Talisman, yeah. Questing Beast, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I need a Talisman. Like, I've got the Ramping Creatures. I agree. I think it is Questy Bee. Maybe it's Questy Bee main. I mean, Questy Bee's, it's never bad. It's the Green Suns. Green Sun Zenith. Oh, I see. Right, yeah. Yeah, not seeing any green, well, apart from the Misty. Oh, hey, Brendan. Not seeing any. I like that you got excited by Questy Bee. Okay, we did wheel the Llanowar Elves. Also, like, it's a bit of a what? I don't. Maybe they just needed to fill this spot in the queue, but this is so much worse than Questing Beast. It's just like I feel terrible every time I have to play that and I don't have Questing Beast, and I'm not even particularly excited to play Questing Beast. Yeah, all right. I mean, maybe no. I've got all the colors. Yeah, the elves were hiding. I've got all the colors. I don't really have the. I mean, this is the last chance to pick up a bounce land, but Omnath is a very strong card. I don't quite know if I've got the mana to cast it. Oh, look, all of the cards that I was considering. Do I have any way to like bounce stuff, interact with stuff? Yeah, Brazen Borrower, possibly for the sideboard. Like, I feel like this is against Sneak Attack. I feel like Brazen Borrower is my sideboard plan against like a Sneak Attack. What? Ah! No, I can't make this decision. Ah! What's my creature count at? I don't even know. I love Stern Scolding. Whatever. I think that might have been a mistake. Maybe Once Upon a Time was a better pick there. Yeah, it probably was Once Upon a Time. I just love Stern Scolding. Oh, that was too cruel. I didn't have enough time to consider that. Pick. It probably was Once Upon a Time. It fixes as well. I think I'm walking back my own. Yeah, fine. I mean, this deck's pretty good. The lack of fetch lands is really the big deal. Like, I don't think I can play Crucible with only Prismatic Vista, especially since I cut crop rotation. Yeah, just one green fetch land would have been really good. So currently I've got 30 spells. So I'll move the ones that I'm considering. I mean, honestly, Time Twister doesn't really do anything, so I'm probably just going to cut Tara. Look, I'll move the spells that I'm considering whether or not I want to play them down here. Ulamog is a bit frisky. I mean, Ulamog is probably a sideboard card. I don't really see the fact like casting Ulamog isn't even that good. Like you destroy a permanent. You kind of want more. The 10 mana Ulamog is good to cast. The 11 mana one I don't think is very good to cast. And cut that. And then like random dudes that cost multiple mana are also on the chopping block. Time Twister is also kind of on the chopping block because so many people just build their decks to have draw 7 synergies, and then you just like. Also, I'm not really taking advantage of the draw 7. The only thing I'm doing is explorationing. And honestly, I don't even know if exploration makes the cut at this point. So take out the Twister. Twist and shout. Now, does Cavalier, like it just hits a random land. It's a pretty replaceable 5-drop. I'm going to take that one out. It's nice that Green Sun Zenith gets Omnath. I do like that. So also on the consideration, I think Manglehorn might actually be good enough just to stay in the deck. I don't have any other ways to interact with artifacts. This is a land. So exploration is good with card draw and being able to play off the top of your deck. And it's somewhat good with Omnath. And it's somewhat good with Lotus Cobra. I say somewhat because you're not guaranteed to play an extra land. But I'm currently at 26 and I want to make 2 more cuts. Dryad also does an exploration effect. Daze is, yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, it's unfortunate because Daze is also quite good with exploration and the Dryad. Like being able to play extra land makes Daze a decent card. So, but I guess, yeah. It's one of these cards, or 2 of them to be specific. How do I envision winning the game? I guess I'm winning the game. I'm winning the game by casting a Haymaker of some kind. It's probably exploration. I mean, I just don't have that many ways to play to draw cards. So, like, unless I just draw really well, like I can just see an opening hand, like Forest, Island, Exploration, Birds of Paradise. You think Explo is okay? I think it's okay. I just think it's the worst thing I've got. Yeah, exactly. We don't have any card draw, and I've got so many competing things to do. Like I know that you can sometimes exploration and play an elf, but then I don't think I'm making use of the ability, and I also have the backup exploration effect. So I think I can cut exploration, and then I kind of like Daze. Honestly, I think Daze might even be better than like Mana Drain in this particular deck because I don't have the mana for it. But I could see cutting like Questy B, Corsa. Corsa gets a lot worse now that we've cut exploration. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut Corsa. And then bring in the lands. I assume I've got enough fixing for for Omnath. I guess I actually need to play a basic of each, which is kind of painful. This is 4, 5, 6, 7 lands, and that gives me 1 extra spot. Questing Beast is quite useful for Green Suns. Yeah, I'm never unhappy with Questing Beast. This is kind of like, it's easy to cut because it doesn't have any synergy necessarily. How many green sources is this? If I go 5 and 1 of everything, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 green. That's pretty good. And then in terms of other colors, so I could probably count birds as half a color and Sylvan Character as half a color. So we've got 1 there. Coalition Relic is probably another source. So 2, and then like Delighted Halfling, Lotus Cobra, all each about like a quarter of a source, and Avacyn's Pilgrim. Or like 2.5 to 3 extra sources, I would say, from green. Oh, and dry. All right, let's just call it 3. 3 extra sources from my cards. Plus red, so 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those, 7 of those. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, oh well, you're right. Actually, I should count the blue sources. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's kind of like the Mana Drain concession, where Mana Drain is so powerful that you kind of put it into a deck with bad mana. And hope that it gets there. Because I could theoretically cut down. I do have a lot of double. I've got 2 double blues and a Stern Scalding. So I could go to 10 forests, 10 green sources. Yeah, all right. I'm sold because of the Yavimaya, right? So my other sources are also green sources, theoretically. So this gives us about 7 blue, which is still pretty frisky for a double blue spell. Now, is there like some cool? How do I put this in Stream Deck, and does that work? Can I copy this? I must be able to copy this deck list somehow. Game history? No. Oh, autosave draft logs. Okay. No, that's not draft. How do I get? There must be a way to export my deck, right? Magic Online. You are export in deck format. Okay. Can I just copy it? No. All right, let's try uploading a deck then. I put it in download. So I'm trying to do this so that people can view. Hey, I think it worked. Vintage Cube Draft number 1. Blue, green, white, red. Okay, and set as current. And now I've got to figure out how to add that to Restream. Or does that just connect to my Twitch? It might connect to Twitch. If anyone's watching the Twitch stream right now, is there a little Stream Decker link that's come up? I can't tell. I can't really. Oh, there is a link. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'll trust that worked. So our sideboard. Oh, cool. That's nice. Technology. All right. So our sideboard is Brain Freeze sideboard, Reanimate sideboard, Cheating Things in sideboard, that's about all. Yeah, I think it just brings up a little link of the deck. Hey, a hand that can't cast, well, they theoretically can cast Mana Drain. This hand is very, this hand is very not what this deck does, but I guess I'm keeping it. This is called a hand that loses to Thoughtseize or Artifact Destruction. But theoretically powerful, because we go turn 2 Relic, turn 3 Mystic Confluence on our turn, which doesn't actually seem great, but draws 3 cards. This is a hand that does not want to draw lands. Oh, all right, game on. Would I have preferred Once Upon a Time? Probably. Against a blue deck, almost definitely, but you know, sometimes they cast a creature. True Name Nemesis, for instance. I mean, the fact they didn't do anything doesn't really want me to run out Coalition Relic into 2 mana, given that my whole game plan currently revolves around Coalition Relic, so I think I'm happy just to pass the turn. Also, it means that next turn I can theoretically Coalition Relic and keep up Mana Drain. I mean, hopefully they cast a True Name Nemesis here. Oh, all right. All right. At least they tapped out. See, another reason I don't want Time Twister in my deck. Ugum. Stern Scolding might be coming out after this game. There's a chance they Time Twister. Which very much incentivizes me to keep Mana Drain up. Someone in stream remind me before I try and draw an extra card, because I'm prone to forget Narset. Just when I'm choosing the mode for Mystic Confluence, just remind me, don't pick the cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next turn I can cast Nissa with Mana Drain back up. It's pretty neat. Yeah, I can. All right, it's true. I can choose 1 card if I counter it during their turn. Yeah, it made a lot more sense actually to play the Relic on the third turn rather than the second turn. Because yeah, it keeps up Mana Drain. Didn't play into a counter spell. Not like we were under pressure either, so. From what they're showing me, they've got the Coveted Jewel. From what they're showing me, it's very classic blue-white control over here. Although with the Coveted Jewel, maybe it's doing some Displacer Kitten shenanigans. They might have been in the same draft. I mean, we passed all these things. Narset, Jewel. I think we passed Ugin as well. Mana Vault. I mean, the more mana you spend on your spells, the more mana I get with my Mana Drain. Yep, 6. I like it. I love it. Thank you. I'll have that mana, please. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, we got a Green Sun Zenith. We got a Green Sun Zenith and 6 mana. Can we win is the question. What can I get out of my deck? Get Questy B, which takes the Narset off the table. You get Craterhoof, but we've got no creatures, so yeah. I think it's probably Questy B, to be honest. I think it's a combination of play Nissa, cast Green Suns on and get Questy B, and then just smack for 7 and kill off. I could also theoretically get Omnath, but Omnath just doesn't seem as good. So, which land are we playing? I want to play Forests, I guess, because Nissa's better with Forests. Unfortunately, I've only got 3 green sources. Oh, no, but Nissa untaps. So I can keep a blue up for a Stern Scolding. I don't know if that's going to be relevant. So if I play the Forest, use some of this, cast myself a Nissa. So this costs 5. Although if I untap, I can't attack with the Forest. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking that I wanted to keep this up for the double blue, but now that you mention it, I should probably have tapped the Relic, because I don't want to untap the land and then tap it again. Yeah. So in this case, maybe I just... there's no way I can keep Mystic Confluence up anyway, so I think I'll just untap. Yeah, but I want to cast the Questing Beast before attacks. So I want to attack with the Forest and the Questing Beast where possible. So I think I missed out on a little bit here, but I can I can untap with Nissa for a start. And then use this mana to cast, to go get the Questy B, and then I can keep Stern Scolding up for what it's worth. For 4. Get the quest. And then, because like the best thing they have here is a Wrath, probably. Oh, they both have Vigilance as well. And it's entirely possible. They have Ugin in their hand. So... But now the Mystic Confluence draws cards, which is useful, because we're running a little low on cards. I think even if I tap that to get the extra green, it doesn't really matter, because I don't have stuff to spend the mana on. The awkward thing was getting to being able to keep up double blue. Having Nissa is a pretty good insurance plan against oh, they're just untapping Manifold. I mean, if that's their turn, I like it, because they go to at least 3 unless they have some form of interaction here. Yep. Wheel spinning is allowed. So the plan is Ugin next turn, I guess, from them. But Ugin doesn't even kill the forests, so... Or it doesn't kill the lands, because they're technically colorless. Oh god! All right, just to add some more fuel. Well, I don't need to use that, so I think we're just sending an Ancient Tomb at them here, or probably a Plains. The Ancient Tomb might be useful if they wrath my board. Green Sun Zenith again, yeah. Technically, I could dig for it with a Mystic Confluence, but I think just keeping the Mystic Confluence up to counter Ugin is going to have a bit of a better impact. Honestly, Ugin isn't even that good. As I said, it doesn't actually deal with most of this board. Still probably counter it, but no. I guess what would the best cards they could have would be some form of like a balance kind of wrath or something. So if I'm super worried about balance, how much mana do they have? 4, 5, 8. Yeah, I don't think I can probably cast Ugin and have balance, because I was going to say if they had 10 mana and I was super paranoid, I probably don't need to counter the Ugin. Looks like they're topping. Upkeep. Oh, upkeep top. Upkeep top and draw a card. Okay. They didn't even know what the top card was, though. They just want to get top out of the way. I don't quite know why they did that, because it's not like they're going to draw an extra card. Unless they have a card draw spell in hand. But normally you just want to look at what your top... Oh, no, they are going to draw an extra card because it was in their upkeep. Okay, I see. I see. Tolarian Academy, that's a powerful card. Makes me want to strip mine. Okay, so their deck is like blue-white control. Ah, the good old do nothing. Well, my answer for that is also to do nothing, because I'm not tapping this coalition relic. I'm pretty sure Stern Scolding is coming out. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, the Battle Ball. Oh, I can't counter it with my Stern Scolding. It's so unfortunate. I mean, that with Tolarian Academy is pretty nice. So I guess I'll draw 2 cards and counter it unless they pay 3. They don't have any more mana. This taps for 1. Blue, blue. Many mana. 1. And they have their own mana drain. Oh, no, they wouldn't have to be mana drain. It would have to be like... Yeah. All right, artifacts. Manglehorn. Your time to shine, but you're already in. Time Twister, definitely not your time to shine. Brazen Borrow was decent against Planeswalkers in the sense that it can attack them. Otherwise, pretty crappy. I'm definitely taking Stern Scolding out. Let's see what's going out first. So, Stern Scolding's coming out. The interaction is nice. I kind of like all the counter spells. Honestly, I want a bit more blue in my deck to be able to cast them. I'm thinking I might have enough white to just cut this Plains. I've only got 2 white spells. I've already got 1. I've got Temple Garden and Savannah and Birds and Pilgrim and Lotus. You know, I don't think I even need this Plains. I don't know why it was in the first place. Remind me to take out a Plains from the main deck at some point. Yeah. Brazen Endurance, probably not great, but it does have Flash. I think Brazen is better. The other stuff looks like it can stand on its own mostly. Oh, okay, I have 3 white spells. I didn't see the 4th Aeolingus. I still have a lot of white sources. Coalition Relic as well. All right. I don't have anything to interact with Academy, but Huh. Do I want double green or double blue? Not that I can actually get. I guess I can turn one a Lotus Cobra. And then turn 2, I can play the Vista, make a green, use the green and that to play Rofellos and go get a blue. And I can do both. I can have my Drain and my Rofellos too. If Lotus Cobra survives. I was going to say, what is the only thing they could probably do to make me not want to do that is if they play Mana Vault. I was going to say that because now I want an island up to daze them. Oh. So it can't be right. Daze is so unlikely to counter anything they do. So I think we just have to. We just take a turn off. They cast some big thing, and then we probably lose. But that's the penalty of being on the draw. 3, 4. If they play another artifact, especially a free artifact, 5, 6. Okay, well, that narrows down the number of things. Like 7 is really nasty because that's Battle Ball. 6 is Coveted Jewel, which sucks. So I don't think they do that. Well, it doesn't suck. They draw 3 cards. Maybe they find an answer to the Lotus Cobra. And I'm glad they played that, not Tolarian Academy. Oh, see, they got the Misty. I swear they were in the same draft as us. Emery, okay. I mean, it's good, but you milled top and 2 lands. Yeah, cool. I'm happy about that. Oh, no. Well, that's going to be hard to beat. They're drawing a bazillion cards every turn. So I play this. I generate green. I play Rofellos. I attack with Lotus Cobra. Oh, there's no point of attacking with Lotus Cobra. Could Green Sun Zenith for a Manglehorn? Maybe that's better than playing Rofellos. Yeah, because with the Lotus Cobra, actually, then I still have enough mana to do Mana Drain. I do really want to take this out. So you gain protection from everything. So I can still destroy. Oh, no, the ring is indestructible. Okay. So Manglehorn doesn't do anything. So what am I getting at with the Green Sun Zenith? Maybe I just try and put enough creatures on the board. Like Omnaths and Questing Beasts and stuff. All right. Either way, I still think I'm making this play of playing the Rofellos here. Rofellos that taps for 1 mana, the most daunting of Rofeloses. So I need to somehow the tantalizing idea that is floated past everyone who faces the One Ring is maybe they'll take enough damage that they'll lose before they kill me with like the 20 cards that they've drawn off it. Ancient Tomb makes Omnath next turn have Vista. Okay, I hadn't considered that. So if I'd done the Ancient Tomb, I wouldn't have had mana drain up specifically. But yeah, I think you're right. It's probably like worth considering because they don't have that much mana this turn. But is Omnath even good? Like Questing Beast just might be better. I mean, especially against this, I think Questing Beast might be better. I think Narset might actually be fine. Because I'm getting Questing Beast next turn anyway. Yeah. I think this is fine. Let's let this resolve and then go get Questing Beast next turn. Well, Brendan's gonna love this. Questing Beast just coming down and taking over these games. To be honest, it's been great in all these games. I haven't even got it yet, and I'm still predicting it'll be great. Manifold Key. That one I think. Well, so the problem is if I counter it, they can just play it again with Emery. It seems pretty scary. I'm kind of tempted to daze it. So next turn, if I play Ancient Tomb, 1, 2, 3, 4, I do need to tap another land, so I wouldn't have mana drain mana. Untap another target artifact. So you can, yeah, it's pretty good with the Mana Vault. All right, I think I'm countering it. I can't be mana draining it, surely. But if I daze it, yeah, all right. So everything's a bit awkward. I'm not 100% sure about that. They can still play it next turn, so maybe doesn't do anything. All right, Forest is probably better. Yeah, Forest gives me enough, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go get blue, green sun, zenith. Questy B. Questy B, Questy B. Do your thing, beast of mine. Eat that Narset. Next turn, we get to see the Raphelos attack, probably. What am I threatening next turn? I'm threatening 8, which is probably enough given the One Ring and all of that. Also nice that, okay, here's the upside of countering the Voltaic Key, is that they can't use the key in their upkeep to untap this thing. Now you play the key. Yes. Yes, the key resolves. So they can draw 3 cards. They have 7 cards in hand, and currently, they're probably more mana than this. 3, 4, 5 mana. If they play Tolarian Academy, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Yeah, I think as the cube has become more and more focused on like cards that give you multiple like plain 3 mana planeswalkers and cards that just have all this text on them, this both invalidates a lot of the text and gives you something. Oh, they're untapping the One Ring. They need more cards. More cards, more better. Okay, and then they just cast like Thassa's Oracle. 11 cards in hand. Time Walk. Time Walk with Force of Will backup. Or Victory. I'm happy for either option. I mean, I'm not super happy for the Time Walk with Force of Will backup. But I would respect it as a good out. In the meantime, I'm going to edit my deck and take out that Plains. Take out the Plains, add in an island. They're thinking. They're thinking very hard. And we win. All right. Didn't even need to show them the mana drain. I mean, not that it matters. We can show it. We can show them. We can show them they didn't have an out. Edit deck, take out Plains. Well, I mean, it's our top. It's our top hit on Green Suns. Not that we really have that many other things to search for. It's basically, do we want Questing Beast or Omnath? Sometimes Crater of Behemoth. Questing Druid, yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with Questing Druid. I often ended up with it in my deck just because it was 15th pick. It was surprisingly decent. I splashed it in like my red aggressive decks a lot. It was way better on the splash, ironically, than on the if you're green. Oh, Stern Scolding again. All right, this hand looks great. If Birds of Paradise survives, this hand looks great. If it dies, I'm in trouble. All right, we'll keep. Obviously, we'll keep. There's a consideration. There's a consideration to playing Breeding Pool untapped and shocking myself to play Birds, because if they have Wasteland or Strip Mine, I'd way prefer to have a Savannah to then cast one of these other things. Downside, of course, if they're playing a red aggressive deck or a white aggressive deck, then I've just taken 2 damage for not much reason. Kind of pretty similar. My next turn, I'm probably casting 4th Aelingus for 1. think I'm on the beatdown, so I think taking the extra damage is actually all right. You don't think you're shocking blind? Well, I just did. Never punished. All right, Aeolingus, we're going forth. We are going forth and drawing cards. Yeah, I just felt like my whole game plan really needed to cast forth Aeolingus. We're getting dismembered? We're getting Bitter Triumphed. But Bitter Triumph not doing anything. Whoa! Right, what 2-drop could we get? So we can get Raphalos, but that... Yeah. Does give me something to do this turn. Because next turn they're probably not doing anything. They're just Urza Sagaing. And I do get to draw cards, so I think being able to play this here is probably worth it. As much as we want to hold this back to cast a Questy B off it. For 2. All right, Raphalos. Time to shine. Draw me cards. Yes, exactly. Big impactful cards. Okay. So we saw a Bitter Triumph and an Urza Saga. And blue, black, green. Well, Bitter Triumph does make me interested in Graveyard Hate. And slightly less interested in Stern Scolding again. I think I'll just do a slightly intuitive Endurance in, Stern Scolding out swap, having seen 3 cards from their deck. And then probably don't overthink it. And we got that. Wait. Yes, so we do have the turn to Oko if unopposed. So I'm definitely keeping that. Turn 2 Oko or turn 2 Cobra. Ancestral Recall. Good card. Fiendish opening hand. Wait, our hand? Oh, they get probed us. They know our secrets. Oh, but they don't know the mana drain. If I'd drawn Prismatic Vista, that would have been sweet, because I could have Lotus Cobra'd and then Oko'd. As it is, good time. It was very good timing on the mana drain. Thank you for showing up a turn late. Yeah, all right. Well, see if they have an answer to this. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I was somewhat expecting an answer, but it was a 2 for 1. Trying to make up for the Ancestral Recall 3 for 1. Bit awkward that I can't actually keep mana drain up here. They just pass the turn, doing nothing. They know my hand. I guess I'm just jamming a Garruk into counter magic and seeing what happens. Oh, I need to play a Yavimaya if I'm going to jam Garruk. All right. I mean, at some point against a counter deck, you just have to you just have to play your stuff. They can't counter everything. Also, they have to do stuff to affect the board at some point. Snappy Ancestral. Okay. Endurance would be nice. Would have been nice, I guess. Library. Oh, more cards, more better. Yeah, unfortunately, they're just playing to their hand, which is currently just growing very quickly. Yeah. Can't even. Oh, okay. That's a good one. All right. Well, let's see if they can do with this then. Spell Pierce stays. Force of Will. Just jamming threats at them. I guess maybe I could have considered keeping one of them back, but they've got so many cards in hand, they'll be able to kill the one. I guess it'd be a nice play if they have a Wrath here. They attack me, they Wrath, they get the Monarch. That would be. If you keep tokens back, you keep 2 back. Yeah, but I mean, I'm interested in finishing this game faster than that. Questy B, we're waiting for you. So, is there a turn where I can Fractured Identity a Snapcaster and then Fractured Identity again? Flame slash one of my 2s. Okay, so they're just kind of like cheap removal. It's classic control. If I fractured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have 1 mana left over, so still got the Monarch. If I could keep this mana drain up, I'd feel a lot better. They're still on 7 cards. I know. How bad is it to Fractured Identity this Baleful Strix? Yeah, I know. I think it's well, I can play Lotus Code. Well, is there a point of playing Lotus Code? Probably not, actually. You're right. I think I can. I lose out on 1 damage, and 1 damage might be pretty good here. So also, if they have a Wrath, having a card back in hand might be better. So I think I'll just like actually jamming with everything. This is the kind of game that aggro decks are not meant to. Not that I'm a particularly aggressive deck, but where the Monarch is just very strong. Saheeli. Yeah, putting out a bunch of blockers is pretty good. Jace. Yeah, none of these. Oh, there's the Endurance. Well, I guess that's technically good against Jace. Still no double blue. So the question is, do I Endurance in my turn? Probably not, because they could have a Wrath or something. So another question is, do I attack with Pilgrim? And I think I do, because they could soak up damage with this. I think I'm just attacking everything at them, playing a Lotus Cobra, passing them, well, playing an Ancient Tomb, passing the turn. Urza's Saga's about to go off and tutor for something. If their only something is the Sensei's Top, they can put it back into their deck and then tutor for it. Neat. Okay, I mean, that's good for me. Ancient Tomb Merino. The Cobra. So I guess their plan is to flashback something with Jace, in which case then I flash in the Endurance. Yeah. Somehow I'm doing all these lands, and yeah, I haven't... Doesn't this tap us out of Endurance? No, because of Yavimaya. But yes, yeah, without Yavimaya it would have. I just figured, given that both of these only tap for green and all of these tap for other colors, I may as well leave them up. So the question is, do I do it in response to... No, I probably do it in response to them using mana and trying to cast something from their graveyard. I think. So the only downside is that also it shrinks something and they get to Saheeli. It's an interesting choice. Do I Endurance now, or do I Endurance after Jace has flipped and is targeting something? Because if I do it afterwards, they still get the spell... No, they don't. They don't get the spell trigger. I think after. Yes, I was trying to add up the pros and cons of both. I think I'd landed on like just doing stuff. There's probably a lot of scenarios I didn't think of where playing it after is better. Like they cast a Wrath or a Balance or something. Minsk and Boo. Ooh. Okay. I would love to mana drain that. This is actually looking like maybe I should have cast it beforehand. Because now they just shrink one of my creatures, yeah. Shrink one of my creatures. I mean, I still just cast the Endurance. That's a lot of lands to have drawn. So if I attack with everything, that chump, that eats, that eats, that eats, I don't actually get anything through. Wow. Yeah, this is pretty sucky. Turns out casting it beforehand in this particular scenario was better. I've got all this mana and nothing to do with it. And I still don't have double blue. I guess at least I'm drawing a card. Well, I can cast it or cycle it. Saheeli is now getting to be a problem. Sacrifice a creature, draw some cards. I don't really have interaction that I can draw at instant speed, so alright. Killing the endurance. Okay. And the problem is normally that takes them down on board presence, but because they have the Saheeli, it's going to be straight back up. Oh, and they draw a card for the library too. How do I win this game? Like a Craterhoof or something. Yeah, like a Green Sun Zenith or a Craterhoof. Questy B? I think this is going to be big enough to block the Questy B, unfortunately. Maybe I should have put my own library, my own graveyard back on top of my library, under my library. Oh, they're not doing anything. I've got so much mana, I just don't think cycling the Miscalc now. Maybe. Gosh. Well, I drew the island at least. More spells that don't do much. But they also need to have, what do they shrink? This. Okay, so they don't necessarily need to have something. And they have 7 cards in hand. Guess we're just waiting in the face of these planeswalkers. Sad times. At least I have the Monarch. Monarch's the only thing going for me right now. Yep, they're cycling solidly through their deck. It's true. My opponent has still drawn more cards than I have, despite all of that. Yeah, put your counters on. Play a land. Draw a card off the library. Oh no, they're not doing that. Trinket Mage. Well, I guess gets them back up to 7. Lotus Petal. Wait, what is Jace's ultimate and when can it do it? Alright, well that's going to kill me. How many lands do I have left in my deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got 4. 4 out of 18. Green Suns or Craterhoof is probably enough to win. If they only have one piece of counter magic. Oh, they didn't use the Jace? They didn't use the Jace. Can I exploit that in any ways or means? I mean, they can go to 1 from the Baleful Strix. 4, 5. They have 5 blockers otherwise. I guess I attack them for 1. Dryad doesn't do much. That's a good point, yeah. Okay. Sure. There's a lot of topping going on. Jeez, I managed to draw some pretty. Maybe it's because I cast my impactful spells early. I've still got like 3 impactful spells, like an Omnath, a Nissa, Green Suns, a Craterhoof, an Oko. That's some stuff. Could I draw those? Oh dear. Alright, I think I just need to counter this. If they have another counter spell for it, so be it. Don't think I could feasibly let that one stick around. Oh, Breach! Alright, well technically that was the one I needed to counter, is the Breach. Alright, let's see what combo they got going on. Brain Freeze! Alright, I lose. But now we can side in the Ulamog. So that's why they didn't mind us drawing all those cards. I think they just brain freeze me, didn't they? Oh no, you're right. They did choose them. Okay. I thought they were just going to brain freeze me out because they had enough to just cast the brain freeze again and kill me, but yes, I could have seen the hits. I feel like I've seen most of the deck. Brazen Borrower seems decent. Kills all of those artifacts. How endurance? Yeah, endurance actually, because they have the brain freeze. Maybe even unlicensed hearse. What was their interaction? To be honest, Fractured Identity might be a bit sketchy. It's good against Minsc and Boo. But that's kind of about it. You might take Fracture. It's a bit slow. It's a bit clunky. Do I want Hearse or Borrower more? I kind of want both of them. How's Omnath? They're just drawing a bunch of cards. If I take Omnath out, I can cut the mountain and then add another forest. I could theoretically add another island. Oh no, I have the fourth Aelingus still. I mean, by the time I get there, I'll probably have enough. I think I want another island. 41 cards? Oh, I need to cut a card. Yeah, so the hand's bad, and then I've got Ulamog in it. But I do have my colors, a bit of ramp. I'll keep it. Think I'm gonna play. So they did have a lot of cheap removal, but like playing a Caryatid here doesn't attack the board at all. I think I want to pressure their life total more than having my Mana Dork survive. It'd be nice if I could figure out a way to discard this Ulamog. Yeah. Well, that's right. I just wanted to get some pressure on. Right. So now basically the plan is to Mystic Confluence our way out of this awkward hand. Just hope they don't have Narset here. Looking forward to the Hardcast Ulamog. Well, that's the only way it's getting out of our hand in this game, I think. Am I Manglehorning here? Seems bad, but also probably what I want to do. The other option is to Mystic and draw 3 cards, hold up Confluence. Yeah, I guess getting a 2/2 on the board is not that impressive. It's true. We didn't actually. Oh, so we saw Remand is the counter magic we saw. I mean, like, all right. Hopefully, I mean, Remand is fine. Hopefully, it's not a hard counter of some kind. Or Hull Breacher. Whew, that'd be brutal. Oh no, this looks like, oh, it's Mana Leak. It is a hard counter. Sad times. Oh, it's okay. No, no. This is where the game all falls apart. Oh dear. And now I don't even have the insurance for the brain freeze that's in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Four lands away for Ulamog. What did they exile? A Daze. Oh, okay, so they did actually have some counter magic. Questing Beast. Questing Beast has got a lot of work to do in this game. Nissa would probably be better. Yeah, give us a Nissa. Give us a Nissa. Uh-oh. That's not good. A Nissa or a 4th Aelingus or like something. All right, fine. I'll accept the worst of the bunch. I mean, I might just be dead here from... Okay, choosing to flame slash the beast rather than breach me. That's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I feel like this game's probably over unless I draw something pretty spectacular. Yep. Keeping up the red for something. The sad thing is, this is like my counter to brain freeze, and I just stuck with it. Maybe it was a bad keep. Ulamog is now uncounterable. Yeah, but we're probably dead. Lotus Petal, Breach, Brain Freeze, and I die. Can you make me discard some cards, please? To be fair, actually, they could kill me without it because they have the Aetherflux Reservoir, so if that makes me feel any better. It was only a dead card, it wasn't actually losing me the game. Although in this particular circumstance, it would have been nice because I don't think they've got enough mana to cast the Reservoir. Well, it was a pretty bad hand, to be fair. I feel like that last game was much closer. And maybe if we'd played the endurance beforehand, we might have had enough pressure to push through and win. It was interesting. Funny that it took us so long to work out that they were playing Storm. Didn't see anything in game 1, obviously. In game 2, we only realized it when they won. That's awkward. That's an awkward hand. All right, ship it back. Awkward in a different way. Give him the Questy B. Yeah, all right. Mana drain disappearing out of this hand. Good luck in the finals. Thank you. Well, it's not the finals. It's the final round. Oh, my favorite card getting used against me. I lost, basically. Had a pretty sketchy hand. And they brain freezed me out, and I had one card in hand. It was Ulamog. It was a pretty sketchy keep. I mean, like, I really needed that Mystic Confluence to resolve. There was a lot of different decisions I could have made. Like, I could have just drawn 3 cards in my turn. Yes, slightly better. Still not casting this turn. Oh, hello, new card. Oh, look, it's our friend. It's our friend Questy B. All right, well, I guess when you show up on time, you can get cast on time. Pretty neat that Delighted Halfling makes the Questy B uncounterable as well. Although it should be called the Questing Beast, right? Why is it just Questing Beast? Oh no, they have Karakas. Questing Beast is going back to my hand. Black Lotus. All right, that's a good one to search for. Make a clue. This one's looking tough as well now. If I draw exactly a land, which I did not. Oh dear. Yes, Karakas is going to ruin my day. Boing. All right, Questy B might be coming out against this match. Fiery Confluence. 1 damage to each creature and block my artifact. Okay. Oh, the Delighted Halfling would be so much better here than the Llanowar Elves. So much better. I think my life is actually possibly more important than an extra mana. Hey, well, that was good. This seems like a big spell. A 7 mana. That is a big spell. It's a big spell with a lot of dudes. All right, this is the time to draw Crater Hoof Behemoth, please. Nope. Great. I have a lot of mana. Look, at least I get to attack with my Questing Beast. And then if they bounce it, I get to play it again. Alright, it's back to my hand. Once again, waiting for Green Sun Zenith, 4th Aerlingus, or Greater Hoof Behemoth. I feel like most of my games that I'm losing boil down to that. So they can kill Nissa here if they attack with the Battle Ball. I think it does Planeswalkers as well. Yes. Oh no, just attacking me. Okay. Interesting keeping the Fairy Mastermind back, though. Oh, no, it is attacking Nissa. But if they'd attack with the Mastermind, maybe they have a burn spell or something. All right. Big draw. Small draw. Small draw in the end. Yeah, I don't quite know why you'd block the Dryad when you could chump the 3 and just take less. Okay. Okay, well, they're both annoying, but the fairy... Well, this is dead if they want anyway. Maybe the Forensic Gadgeteer is actually more annoying because it's drawing them cards. Yeah. This is pretty dead anyway. If I just keep casting Quest... Brendan, you must love this game. I've cast Questing Beast like 5 times already. It's true. It's the one saving grace in the Caracas War. I still have some good cup decks. They're getting progressively smaller. But I have a lot of mana. So I'd say we have like a 10% chance of winning the game, maybe 12. Playing for the 12%. There's a chance. Oh, there's a chance. Yeah, Vintage Cube's always a chance. I mean, I think it's this turn. Like, it would have been good in previous turns, and I feel like if we draw nothing this turn, I might just concede. Because time is precious, and they're taking a lot of time. I guess they're on 5. They didn't even sack anything. Disrespect. Okay. Never a good sign. Okay, well, that's fine. They put Tinker in their deck with the biggest target being Mere Battlesphere. Birds of Paradise. Oh, that's not the draw that we. That's not the draw we wanted. Look, I guess I'll play it out. Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? Block with that. What does this do? An artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on it and scry 1. All right, get in there, Questy. You can get bounced back to my hand. I can cast you again. All right, so I'm taking out Questy and bringing in. No, probably Brazen Borrower, maybe Cavalier of Thorns. Fun and riveting games for me. I mean, my opponents have doing stuff. The stream experience is not particularly. That's it. When's a good time to draw a good card? When you can't cast it. Maybe they have some other big artifacts in hand. What's this do? Turn a land, return target artifact enchantment. You gave it to the battlefield. All right, I think we can bring in the endurance now. They can get Black Lotus back. Is this an infinite loop with Black Lotus? Well, no, you run out of lands, but you get a lot. You basically draw your deck and get infinite mana. Not infinite. You basically draw your deck and get as much mana as you want. Okay, look, let's just yield into the next end step, and then we'll see. We'll see if we lose. Also makes Sir Ginger very big, and draws them a bunch of cards. Urza, okay. Well, highly likely they have a counterspell since it is keeping this mana up, and it's double blue. But let's see what it is. Information. Also got Green Sun Zenith, which is arguably the more important spell. How much do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So not quite enough to do both. I would have to do Green Suns for 9. But it does win the game if they don't have a counterspell, basically. Whereas Fractured is more likely to... The question is, can I survive another turn? Because I cast Fraction, get it countered this turn, and then next turn cast Green Suns. But I think we just go for the win. No, they have infinite mana anyway. They've got like Urza that can tap all their stuff, so. We're up to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't even know if this is enough damage. Because they can bounce Questing Beast. They're on 5, though. But I only have 3 attackers, and they're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 6, plus 6 each. 3 attackers at plus 6, plus 6. It's probably enough. All right, fine. Two attackers at plus 6, plus 6. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's enough. Well, math is for blockers. Yeah, they'll definitely bounce Questing Beast, but I get there. Craterhoof is an attacker. Yeah, I think they've got enough to survive. They've got an 8/8 over here. The question is, can they survive and then kill me on the crackback? Probably. The Surge Injure does get to be like a 10-powered creature or something. Yeah. I don't really think Fracturing would have made that much of a difference. Would have left me with... in hindsight, would have been better because I get a better next turn if I survive. Because I have all the mere Battlesphere creatures. Okay, well, if they're blocking with Ginger, that's pretty good for me. This will get smaller every time something dies. So I've only got 8, but this gets bigger whenever another artifact is put into a battlefield. Oh, I'm doing this one first, right? So leave them the battle ball. Kill the Surge Ginger. Okay. I mean, they can cast the Surge Ginger again, but... or they could bring it back from the graveyard. Yep. Oh, okay. That's an interesting one to use. I guess they could hit interaction spell of some kind. Well, they get a lot of Scry triggers. So currently I'm taking 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. 15 damage. So as far as I can work out, they can deal me 15 here if they don't have anything else. Yeah, it's funny. I was expecting to have a counterspell like a Mana Leak or something. A Daze wasn't something I was specifically playing around. No, well, I think they should be attacking for a start, but who am I to play their deck for them? Let's try backup Overrun. I want the bird around, to be honest. It's pretty good. Oh, this game is painful from my end, but I keep getting quite close to winning. So, yeah. My opponent has the tools to win. They're just not really doing it. It's kind of... It's annoying because I was kind of keen to get another draft in, but I mean, this game's just going to take forever. Or is taking forever. Oh, spell bomb. All right, so they can kill off the bird now. They've got to win here somewhere. They just need to figure it out. Honestly, I'm playing against time. Yeah. There's a chance we win this match because they run out of time. Not this game. Because they could attack Garruk here. They're attacking Garruk, I assume. Does Garruk Overrun give me anything? 4-1, is that attacking Garruk? They're both attacking Garruk. No, okay, so all right, so the 4-1's attacking that one's attacking me. I guess I'll keep Garruk alive. Overrun, currently, they've got the spell bomb to take out the bird. Makes these 6. Quincy B is going to get bounced back to my hand. Honestly, I think I just need to extend this game out. So, because if I overrun, these are 6s, but they've got 4, 7, 8, 9, 13, 20 points of toughness. So that's not going to do much. We'll just attack with the Questy Bee. See if it gets bounced or if it just gets blocked. It just gets blocked. All right, Questy Bee did something. Hooray for Questy Bee. Make a beast. Yes, everyone cheer Questy Bee on. Something's happening. Tidebinder. Okay. Cool. I think my opponent's getting a bit of fancy play syndrome here. I'm pretty sure they could have killed me a while ago. Oh, we've replaced Questy Bee with Raphelos, by the way, which can now get bounced. All right, has opponent found a way to kill us? They're tapping a lot of mana. Feels like a 4th Aeolingus or something. Oh, all the mana. All of the mana. Can we put out of our misery? Blightsteel Colossus. No, we can't, because that still doesn't do anything. Ah, so that was the card they had in for the Tinker. I mean, if we draw 4th Aeolingus here, we're pretty sure we win. Destined not to, but nope. So this one can't do anything. That one can't do anything. All right, so we just pass the turn. Well, we had an out. We were given an opportunity. I feel like we were given many opportunities to win. Now we have an opportunity, but it's slightly less because they have all their mana open. Can we release the Aeolingus? No, we cannot. All right. Legendary cards, get out of here. Endurance, you can come in. Brazen Borrower, you can come in. Omnath is legendary. Get you out of there. It's legendary, but casting it again and again is not bad, but I don't think I need it. Take that out. Take that out. Add a basic land. Yeah, goodbye, Legends. There's some graveyard shenanigans, but not tons. All right. Yeah. Could be dicey. I'll keep it. It's got an elf. Turn 1 elf, turn 2 nothing, turn 3 Nissa. So hopefully we draw Oko. If we draw Oko, and it's great. Fractured Identity, all right. Beats 1. So we saw Daze from their deck. So Ginger, okay. So it could get Dazed here, which would suck. But can't do much about it. So let's see. Okay, no days. What do I want to untap here? It's the Ancient Tomb. Oh, I gave them Trample, Haste, and Hexproof. Okay. Tameshi. These are all fair things. I can deal with the fair things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Untap this. Let's go for Cav. Okay. Oh, I didn't even need to tap the... Because of Nissa, of course. Urza. All right. I'll take an Urza. All right. Well, that was quick. That was what we needed. I wonder if QuestDB comes in for the third game. They side out the Caracas. No, don't think that's happening. Yeah, no, I don't think it would have sided out the Caracas, but there's a chance they don't draw it, and QuestDB is good. Don't think there's anything else to consider apart from my mana base. Is this hand acceptable? Really? I think it is, but it's really close. If they stop my carrier, this hand stinks. Even if they don't, it's like borderline. Okay. Think I play around the days here. Because I really need this blue mana. Take 2 damage to play around days. If they play Urza here, could fracture it. Probably a good idea to do that, actually. So my other option is Oko, but I can't Oko and Manglehorn, which would kind of be where I want to be. Wait, no, I can't fracture it because I don't have the mana. Okay. That's a lot worse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play the Yavimaya, play an Oko and a Manglehorn. Oh, wait, I just miscalculated my mana. Thought I could play the Manglehorn. That was silly. I did need to tap the blue, though, so... Alright, I guess I'm just creating a food and playing an elf. They both attack an Oko. Okay, I don't see much to be gained from blocking. Unless they have like a burn spell or something. Manglehorn can destroy that. Got a miscalc. Yeah, I really need an extra color of mana for this. For this fractured identity to get through, although now they have counter magic, so 2, 3. Not the miscalc's likely to hit anything at this stage of the game. Return Urza to their hand. Okay. Cast Urza. But the thingy comes in tapped at least. So I think I'm cycling miscalc to try and hit a blue or a white source. Not a blue. Well, technically a blue or a white source, just not a very good one. Do I have any good attacks here? No. So create a food. Or I guess maybe I did have good attacks. Yeah, in retrospect, I had good attacks. Because I could have attacked with another 3/3 here. Dealt them 3 extra damage, so that was a bit of a mistake. Okay, they're just on the bouncing Urza every turn plan, which I feel like I can beat. Yeah. Although now, yeah, so I can't fracture the Urza because they can just bounce it. Arc Trail. Okay, well now I can't even cast the Fractured again, so okay. Oh, we're getting an attack in here. Let's cast an Endurance. Do I want these on the bottom? Sure. So what can this swap? Target artifact or creature you control and target creature and opponent controls with power 3 or less. So I could get their construct, but this would die, so that seems bad. No, they go for the elf block. I mean, getting some damage in is good. Yeah, Urza's back to hand. Urza's down again. So exchange control to artifact or creature you control. And target creature an opponent controls. So I could try and get Urza with this, but that's unlikely to happen. I guess I'm fractured identitying a construct. This feels pretty bad. And then I'm taking this other construct. This is weird. Weird game. Yep. Create a food. Jack with all. Really weird game. Okay. I play a land and pass the turn. Urza's back down again. This is Oko versus Urza, just on repeat. I have a 3/3. Need to make another 3/3 to stay in the game. Because my construct's going to get smaller if I start turning the food into creatures. So they really should be blocking the food, not the construct, but whatever. I'm not going to play it for them. Did they find something? That's not Urza. Nope, it's Urza. Oh, they're spinning Urza. They get an island. Ha! We're not the only people to draw lands. Craterhoof? Now you show up. Oh! Oh! Oh. Man, that game was like the longest slog I've had in a while. Oh. It's a very long slog. All right, well, I've got time to do one more draft, but I won't be able to play the games. But for the sake of fun, let's do one more draft. While we've still got some viewers, aka Brendan. Brendan's still here. He's survived the stream. I won. I won, Brendan. I beat Caracas. You make it sound like we lost to Caracas. We won. Oh yeah, yes, you're right. It was painful. So I don't think I want to take channel. I've had enough green. I think I've had enough green for one day. Feeling a bit green. I'm going to take Animate Dead. Take Animate Dead from this pack, and yeah, some good decent cards here. Ashen Rider's pretty likely to wheel. We can go anywhere. Urza Saga, Dak Faden are the cards that I'm looking at. I think this early I'll take the Saga because I can look for one CMC or artifacts it'll go get. It's not as color committing as Dak Faden. If Dak Faden's cute with Animate Dead, obviously you can discard cards, but this is in the vacuum, I think, the most powerful card. And there's some other good cards in this pack. Mother of Runes is here. Mono White might be open. Take Saga. There's an Oliphant to go with the Animate Dead. I know. How low is the bar for what you want to animate? There's a Natural Order for the I mean, it's funny because Channel and Natural Order kind of don't go in the same deck. Natural Order sort of goes in your Atraxa style deck. There's also a Daze and Omnath. Not jazzed about this pack. Not jazzed at all. I think I will take Natural Order. I don't see myself as being like, if you're channel, you have to be pretty green. Natural order, oh, you do have to be green for it. I don't know, but it's a different kind of green. I just can't bring myself to pick an Oliphant here. Teferi, Smuggler's Copter, Snuff Out, pretty decent. Obviously, I've got the Animate Dead. All these cards are pretty good. Copter does require you to play creatures, and it's better in an aggressive deck. Pretty flexible. Think I'm deciding between Copter and Teferi. So don't really have much of a direction yet. The correct pick could be Copter here. All right, I'll take it. Pretty unsure about what I'm doing. Yeah, take a Fractured Identity. This draft is very no directions, but that's great. All directions. No directions are all directions. It's a Beseech the Mirror, I guess. Get a bit of Storm in there. New one, Legolas's Quick Reflexes. Staying open, exactly. I could have had a lot of 3-mana Planeswalkers. I could have had Dak, Kaito, and Teferi, which honestly sounds like a great place to be. I don't quite know how I ended up here instead, but I think I'll still take Kaito, despite Chromatic Star being fetchable by Urza's Saga. So there's another 3-mana Walker if we want here, or a bunch of different lands. A Worldspine Worm, which is somewhat cute with Natural Order, but even they're not that good. Not really super fussed about any of these. I'll take a Planeswalker, I guess. The Hoof, the Confident, the Seed Shark, and far behind them, the Gush. I'm feeling artifacts. I'm getting away from green. I don't want this in my deck. I'm doing some artifact stuff. We've got Saheeli, we've got Copter, we've got the Urza's Saga. We're just going to be making a bunch of artifacts and being happy. Happy times with artifacts. All right, none of the black cards wheeled. Oh no, the Bloodchief's Thirst did. But there's also Basalt Monolith. There's a few infinite combos nowadays with the Basalt Monolith. So I think I might be down for that over something like a Blade Splicer and free spells. I like all of those, but this gives us somewhat of a direction. Mother of Runes is pretty strong. Path didn't wheel. Tameshi just looks like a pain. A pain to read, a pain to figure out. I'll take a Mother of Runes. Don't know if it makes the deck yet, but slide in there for the moment. What a mess. What a mess of pack one. Take some fixing, kind of. A mess of pack one. That is a late Embercleave. Pretty far away from Embercleaving. Nettle Cyst. Hallow Blade. Mono white is probably the place to be. I know I said I was all about artifacts. Maybe I'm changing my tune. Maybe I'm not all about artifacts. Oh, so look, it's an artifact and a white card. We can be all about artifacts and be mono white. Yeah, okay, so I've got an inkling that white is pretty open. There's a Palace Jailer. There's also a Mox Ruby. I've got a bit of artifact stuff going on. Nothing too deep. I've got a bit of Reanimate. Got a bit of everything. This is a Mox Ruby pick. A Mox Ruby and passing Palace Jailer pick. And then we'll be guided by this pack. Whatever comes back from this pack, that's what we'll do. If we get back Walking Ballista, we're doing artifact stuff. If we get back Palace Jailer, we're doing mono white. If we get back Tendrils of Agony, I guess we're trying to build Storm. So for mono white, there is Unexpectedly Absent, which is medium, or Phyrexian Revoker, which is also medium. For Reanimate, there's Troll. For artifacts, there's Revoker. Yeah, to be honest, all options seem pretty bad, but I think Revoker touches the most of them, so touches all of them in a very medium way. Put it in my aggro deck and put it in my artifact deck. Could theoretically put it in my Reanimator deck, although it's not screaming at me there. All right. Again, nothing super. I guess Emery might be like really good for the artifact deck. Spellbomb gives me another target. That's not a great Spellbomb to get. I guess Chalice gives me another target as well, although not great. Bone Crusher Giant is probably the strongest card. Don't really have any mana fixing though, so going down that route doesn't seem good. Yeah, a bit of a pickle. A bit of a pickle, this one. Gonna have to take something soon. Yeah, I'll just take the most powerful card. Whatever. There's Portal, which does make me want to do artifacts. There's not much mono white coming around here. There's Third Path Iconoclast, which makes a lot of artifacts, and I have Chromehost Siege Shab, which also makes a lot of artifacts. But I can't do anything with all those artifacts currently. Yeah, take this Bloodstained Mire. Open. We're open. Just give us something, please. I mean, fairly high chance Bloodstained Mire makes it into the deck, but might not. There's a Karakas. And yeah, so for my first pack, the Ashen Rider didn't wheel, so we're not like super jazzed about Reanimator. I mean, Animate Dead is just a strong card. It doesn't need to be in Reanimate. For that same reason, I'm probably taking Karakas here, and we're still open. We're probably going to be open at the end of pack 3 at this stage. No, this pack is going to tell us where we're going. I believe this pack will give us a direction. It's currently giving us a Raugan Triome, which I guess we're taking. Portable Hole gets fetched by Urza Saga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could wheel it. 2 cards. Mardu good stuff. It's not even Mardu. Got like a Fraction and a Chromehost Seed Shark and a. It's called Not Green Good Stuff. Not Green Good Stuff. I mean, Limonarch Aspirant's a good card. Who knows? It's white. Mono white is probably the closest out I have to having a reasonable deck here. I just haven't seen many good cards for it. Here's a bit of a crunch point. Do I take Showdown of the Skulls, which is a better card than Wedding Announcement, but does require me to play red? I already have the Mox, though. And I kind of want to play the Bone Crusher Giant. And I technically have a red-white land. Yeah, this is a weird draft. Okay, so I did say if Tendrils Wheel we're doing Storm, but I don't think I'm on that, because I also said Walking Ballista Wheels, we can do artifacts. And there's also Lingering Souls, which is not awful. We're still at the crossroads. Palace Jailer didn't wheel. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, I guess if I open like a Tolarian Academy or something, then I've got a direction. The direction is like white. Generally white. Generally white and kind of creatures, not super aggressive, sort of artifactsy. It's a weird brew. I mean, Wrath of God doesn't seem amazing, but neither does Chalice. Ugh. There's the Storm payoff. All right, well, I'll take some fixing for whatever we're doing. See, I'm getting puzzling signals about whether or not white aggro is open. It's either is and no one's... It either is and the cards aren't being opened, or it isn't, but people are taking different cards. I think moving forward, I'll assume my deck is a white aggressive deck. And from this pack, there's an Esper Sentinel, which is fine. It's actually pretty good. Combos with Urza Saga. It's good with Luminarch Aspirant. All right. It's called Scrappy White, I think is what this deck is called. Scrappy White. The problem is we don't even wheel anything from this pack, really, apart from maybe Bomat Career, which would be... Or maybe Palantir, I think. All right. Scrappy White. Scrappy White Artifacts is kind of what it's coming down to. Wow, there's the Bowmasters. Is it Scrappy White Black-Red? Back into Mardu territory. I mean, it's just so strong. So good. Scrappy White Black-Red and we'll make the mana work somehow. You know, aggressive deck. Parallax Wave is pretty good. But Bowmasters. Bowmasters is a beast. Bowmasters. So now there's a Laelia on theme of Scrappy Mardu. You can take a Laelia here, and then just need to pick every land that I see that taps for my colors. At least I got the Oliphant now. Scrappy Mardu. Okay, well, there's a Talisman of Conviction here. The Mother of Runes wheeled, so the Giver of Runes is very likely to wheel. Pack 3 lands. I could also take Silent Clearing. Maybe Silent Clearing is even better because it's a land. What was my artifact synergy? I didn't really have any. All right. Scrappy Mardu getting the job done. There's a Thalia now for Scrappy Mardu. Wrong land, unfortunately. It's just so was a weird deck. I think Mono White was open, just like a lot of the white cards were either went into other people's decks or didn't get opened. Like obviously Palace Jailer didn't wheel, that's fair. It's a very strong card. I guess a Lotus Petal kind of fits into mana fixing-ish. pretty bad with Thalia, but I need to get my mana somewhere. So that'll scrap work, Mutt. Not leaping at that. Also combos with combos also can be fetched by Urza's Saga. So no, Mud is not awesome. I mean, currently I'm kind of playing Fractured Identity because it's free. I've got 3 sources already without putting any blue in. Don't think we're going to see many more lands. Oh, we saw a land. Oh. Godless Shrine. I'm basically red-white splashing black for Orcish Bowmasters and Animate Dead. Splashing blue for Fractured Identity. One more land would have been nice. I mean, Valky kind of fits into Scrappy Mardu, but I'm trying to minimize my black. Fire Covenant, also a very good card in Scrappy Mardu. I think it's better than Bomat Career, although Bomat Career does get fetched by Urza's Saga. Maybe I just want Bomat Career. Is at least a card I can cast that's an artifact. Alright. Basalt Monolith can get out of there. Oh, a land. Yes, I can always cast Career. Might not do much in my games, but I can always cast it. So what's this? Swamp, Forest, Island. Dubious. I think I'll take the Usher of the Fallen. Oh, Mother of Runes did wheel. See, the white was there. I got a critical mass of 1-drops now, which is nice. Probably can cut the Animate Dead for the moment. Bring it in if I need to. Give some green player a gift for Raphelos. Yeah, okay. So weird deck. Can cut the Chalice. So what's this? Is 26. Mono white splashing some other colors. Not a bad list in the end. Yeah, it's not terrible actually. You can cut the Oliphaunt. There's another red source, but yeah. So I've actually only got 3 red cards. Yeah, it's not terrible. Yeah, no, I got to go for lunch as well. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see how this deck performs. Have a good one.